I've been running with them dogs. Hey, running with them dogs. I've been running with them dogs. Yeah, running with them dogs. Chopping hit them, yeah, that cut split it like I ain't a nigga hunting in the logs. You know, I've been in the...
Okay, so there's a little controversy about voting in Vermont today. So I had said that I was in a federal facility and I could vote, and someone told me I was a liar. What? So let me get this straight. You're going to tell me that I'm a liar when I was in a federal institution and I mailed in my ballot. So for those that don't know about Vermont, I'm going to school you right now. If you are in a state prison, a federal prison, a county, and you live in the state of Vermont, yes, you can vote. So when I was in state prison, they had sent us over true links saying that Vermont and I believe one or two other states that you are allowed to vote. I don't know what other states it is, but Vermont, which is where I reside, you are allowed to vote. You do not have to be off paper. You can be on paper still. You can be in prison. This is the catch. That not all prisons might not let you vote. The prisons that I was in, they put up on true links. They even, you can print out the registration to vote. They will mail in your ballot for you. So where I was at, they were pretty good about it. But just because you live in the state of Vermont doesn't mean that it possibly could be hard for you to vote. So, but you are allowed to still vote if you live in the state of Vermont. So saying that, the next person that come at me and say, oh, you're a liar, you get your information straight. I have my information straight. I live in the state of Vermont. So, yeah, you can vote. State prison, if you're in county, if you're in federal prison, because I live in the state of Vermont. But if the correctional facility that you are at, if they're going to allow you to vote is another thing, because it's a mail-in ballot. So it's probably going to be easier if you're in the state of Vermont for you to be able to vote. If you're in a federal facility, sometimes, like I was in Aliceville, they had printed up, the thing came up on True Links where you could print out the voter registration if you're not registered to vote, and they will, Vermont will send you the ballot, so you can send it in, and you just gotta get your license, and you send it to the town clerks, and they send the ballot, you just sign it, and you send it back in. So it's quite easy. So for you to tell me that I couldn't vote while I was in prison, and I have to be off paper, hello, I still have 4 years worth of paper, and I'm still going to vote. And I just came home, and I voted while I was in federal prison. So, y'all don't know what you're talking about. I live in Vermont, and I just came home, and I'm still gonna vote. So, boom, booyah. Hello. Get your facts straight. Till next time.
Come around, he can never see again.
So, I was on the phone this morning talking about different things about Joe Biden and this, thinking crack is kind of legal. What? At first, I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I just did 5 years in federal prison for possession of crack and distribution of heroin and fentanyl. So what are you talking about? So then I decided to investigate a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I come home and find out that now there's places where you can legally go get high. Come again? Come again? Excuse me? Excuse me. So you're going to lock up people, but then you're going to say that you're going to give people a place to go get high so you can make sure that they don't overdose? So it's not okay for us to sell drugs. So why is it okay for them to continue to get high? You should lock them up like you lock us up. Because sometimes there's people like me who is doing it to take care of our children. Why is it okay for them to continue to get high and not take care of their children? So you're going to allow them to go into these places, get high, get all fucked up, and go home and neglect their children? This doesn't make any sense. So stop locking up drug dealers if you're going to let people get high and not do anything about it. I'm just saying. Stop allowing people to fucking think it's okay to get fucking high if you're going to lock everybody up for dealing drugs. Because you're not making no fucking sense. You're just going to throw us in fucking prison, but then you're going to tell the world, yeah, it's okay to get high. If you don't want people to get high, stop making places for them to get high and handing them fucking drugs and needles and stuff and being like, okay, well, we don't want you to get high, but we're going to give you a safe place to do it. If you don't want us to deal drugs, don't let them fucking do it and giving them a safe place to do it. Nah, you're not making any sense. If it's not okay for me to fucking deal drugs, which I'm not saying I'm ever going to do it again, but that's not the point. The point is, if it's not okay for me to do it or anybody else to deal drugs, then it shouldn't be okay for them to legally go to these places and get high and you not to arrest them for getting high. You're not making any sense. You're actually pissing me the fuck off. End of rant. Fuck out of here.
In the back, serving chicken and a dog. I can give a bag of one.
Alright, I gotta do a little venting. I'm so sorry. But ever since I heard this shit about Biden, I don't know if it's because I did 5 years in the feds for selling drugs, but what the fuck is wrong with Biden? Seriously. You handing out fucking crack pipes? What the fuck? Are you serious? Are you serious? Okay, I know someone's gonna agree with me right now. Has Biden lost his fucking mind? Are you fucking for real right now? Are you helping people have an addiction problem? I know that it wasn't right for me to sell some crack. I understand that now that I did 5 years in the feds. And now that, certain people in my family have an addiction problem and even died of fentanyl. And a lot of my friends have died of an overdose. And, I've changed my ways and I'll never go back to selling drugs in the street life. And this is the purpose of me coming on here about change and trying to get kids to realize that the streets isn't what you want to do. The streets is not, trust me, it's not what you want to do. Going to prison changed my life. But Biden, you have lost your mind. You've lost your mind. If you think that handing out some crack pipes is going to solve this addiction issue, you lost your mind. Next thing you know, you're going to be going out and buying large amounts of crack and handing that shit out for free. Just like you opening up all these safe places for people to go get high. But you trying to lock up every person hustling drugs and crowding up the fucking prison system. If you handing out crack pipes and giving people safe places to get high, you might as well go in the prison system and you might as well let every single fucking drug dealer out. That's the way I feel about it. Biden, you have lost your mind. Everything you said about prison and prison reform, you're a fucking liar. You a liar. And people, us inmates, we believed in the shit you said. And you a fucking liar. Anybody who voted for you, stupid. Stupid because we believed in you. We believed everything you said about getting rid of mandatory minimums and helping change the prison system. No, because now you basically telling people that it's okay to get high. And it's okay to lock us up. Like, have you lost your fucking mind? Is it just me? Is it just me who's angry right now? Angry.
Girl, I like to come over every time that I'm hard. Bitch, I'm on a guard. Leave missing when I get you in the excess of. Do it was. VIP ticket, need a milli for the club. And I let her sub up the stripping while you stripping. Got a bitch in the back, serving chicken and a dog. I can give